Today we are going to discuss something very critical. We're going to discuss what we mentioned earlier, that is the Ndung'u Land Commission report, the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation report. Basically, the talking points will be those two, and it's all about justice for the land and other about healing for the people, and the other about healing for the people. When we talk about the Ndung'u Land Commission report, we are trying to say, or we are saying here that unless this report is implemented, whatever kind of protest and what we call protest or even demonstrations will not help much, because we are not addressing the issues. Unless we address the land issue, and this was actually addressed already, because we have the Ndung'u Land Commission report, which was done and it's out. So all we have to do is now understand that this information is not out to the public. So the Gen Z should look for that report, go through the report, and we will give you a snippets of the report. The report kind of says that land was redistributed unevenly when we attained independence in 1963. Most of the land went to the political elite, to the officialdoms of the republic, that is the top civil servants and military officers. So what were we saying? We are saying that now that should be addressed and the report implemented, so that now we can start on a fresh slate, on a fresh report, on a fresh beginning. Because what Kenyatta did is also what Moi did. What Moi did is also what Kibaki did. What Kibaki did is what also Uhuru kind of did, because he did not implement the reports, and he did not discuss the land issue. We never went through that. Now we are with the Arab Ruto, who is not also doing it. So what are you saying? Are you saying that if you bring Kalonzo, he will address the land issue? Unless he comes up with that in his manifesto, we are also not going to elect him. We need to elect somebody who will address the land issue. What am I saying? Before you elect anybody today in this country, unless they are ready to talk about the land issues, unless they are ready to address the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation report, we don't need to elect them, because they will continue with the script that was written at Lancaster, that is to retain the land. And retaining the land to the British, it was done in a very clever way, because the political and official and military elite were allocated pieces of land so that they protect their land, so that this land that is belong to the British, where the mines and wildlife wildlife parks. I'm talking about the conservation lie, where that we are being told that this land is conserved for what you call national parks or national animal reserves, but actually this land is where the mines are. We want also now, if we are going to do a new report, it has to include now a list of where, or give us details of where our mines are, so that we can start. You saw just the other day they came up with a report saying that there is a lot of minerals, that the gold that was discovered in Kakamega. Why didn't you mean this was discovered just the other day, or this was known since independence? We knew. That's why the place is Ikolomani, is a gold mine. It has been there, but now they're coming up kamoja kamoja. Let's get the whole list now that we have a serious group of young people who want to fight for their rights. Let's fight for the rights of our minerals, for the light, and the minerals are where? Land. So what am I saying? Land issue. Unless we talk about the land, unless we come out and map what is happening with our land, we will always be going on the same vicious circle of just bringing politicians who will be given tokenism, who will be given tokens, politics of tokenism, where they will be just be given something or by the what? By the foreign interests. Because the foreign interests don't want this land to be, or even these minerals to be, okay, they have been discovered. They don't want the locals, the youth, the young Gen Zs to know that there is a lot of wealth on land. Because unless you know where the money is, or where the wealth is of this country, you will keep on thinking that political expedience is where you belong. You don't belong in the political expedience. We need a good political leadership, but unless they are addressing the land issue, I don't think we need to go to the streets or do any demonstrations. First of all, let's get involved in understanding what is happening to our land, what is under the land, where can we cultivate, where can we mine, and then we start allocating that. And the communities that where these mines are, how do they benefit? Who comes in? And whoever comes in, do they come in as the owners of the land, or do they come in as employees of owners of the land? Owners of the land are Kenyans. So these people should be working at the behest of Kenyans who own the land. Who owns Kenya? Is it the Kenyan people or the foreigners? That's my question. And that's the question I want the Gen Zs to put in their heads before you start saying that, Ruto must go, sijui nini. It's not Ruto must go, it's land must be fought for. Land must be allocated properly. For national security, the land justice must be addressed. Because unless it's addressed, we will keep on having perennial problems of land. If you remember, at independence, we were fighting for land. And we don't want that. This post-election violence also is centered on land. And without implementing the Ndung'u report, these conflicts will keep on recurring, and we don't want that. So the point here is that we have to implement the Ndung'u Land Commission report. Yeah, healing the wounds and breaking the cycle. The Truth, Justice and Reconciliation report is the document that can do that. That is what will break the wounds and heal, because will heal the wounds and then break the cycle, because this cycle will keep on repeating. Why will it keep on repeating? It will keep on repeating because of the painful historical assassinations, ethnic violence, and massacres. Talking of massacres, I'm talking of the things like the Wagala massacre, the Kisumu massacre. Talking of assassinations, we are talking of things like Pio Gama Pinto assassination of people like Tom Joseph Odhiambo Mboya. So there are a lot of these things, and there are other ethnic violence, like the Molo violence during the 1992, I think, elections, and even after. And you remember when the people had to run away from Molo. This ethnic violence will not end. There were even ethnic violences in 2007, you remember, when we had a lot of violence from the crammed up elections of 2007. Actually, that's when the Kriegler came with the report, and we had to do the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation report, but it has never been implemented. It's being sat on or shelved. It has been shelved. So we want these things come out. Unless these things come out, we will not be able that. So without public acknowledgement, justice, wounds remain open, fueling mistrust and tribal divisions. You understand? We are saying again that without public acknowledgement and justice, wounds remain open, fueling mistrust and tribal divisions. I'm talking about the Ndung'u Land Commission report and the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission report. These reports are together because they do what is called displacement. They are the ones which cause displacement, resentment, and conflict. Unaddressed historical injustices left communities divided and hungry. Implementing both reports together is the only way to build a united and fair Kenya. Therefore, number 5, the urgency for the Gen Z. Now here you come, the young people. You don't need to go to the streets. These reports belong to the young generation, not the old elite who shelved them. These reports belong to the young generation, not the elite who shelved them. This report belongs to the young generation, not the elite who shelved them. Why? If the Gen Z does not demand implementation, the cycle of land grabbing, corruption, violence will continue into the future. So what do we say? We are saying implement the Ndung'u Land Commission report. Implement the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission report. Thank you very much. Gen Z, the ball is on your court, not in the streets. Implementation. Fight for implementation. Make sure you elect people who are ready to implement those 2 reports. If somebody does not understand those 2 reports, he has no business being in Kenyan politics. Remove them. Get them out. Like you always say, sijui uwa makaga uwa dereva. Toa yote. Uwa makaga uwa dereva. Toa yote. So that we do a clean plate. We come in with a new clean plate where we will elect people who understand the land issue, people who understand the historical injustices in this country. Thank you very much. Those are your clarion points for election, not the money. Money eat, hiyo usikose kula, hiyo ni yenyu tile wameiba. Eat as much as you can, but make sure you elect somebody who understands land issue, somebody who understands historical injustices. Thank you very much. Go and pick your votes. Tafadhalini, kuwa na silaha. Silaha yako ni kura yako. So that the people you elect will make sure that these 2 reports are implemented. Thank you, Gen Z. Thank you, Gen Z.